For once, I can say, but not with full confidence, but y'all, I really am confused, y'all. It's giving confusion. My loves, it's your Lady Girl from around the way, where we have culture, conversation, and community. And in today's video, I'm coming to you all with some commentary about the whole DDG thing. Now, I know that I used to be very critical of Halle when she was pregnant, because I just didn't like her whole rollout and, oh, I'm not pregnant, oh, I'm not this, oh, I'm not that, and you know, the whole Disney thing of it all. But then looking back at Disney Girl, she was trying to hold on to her check and her endorsement, so I get it. However, I just hate when celebrities lie to the public, because it's literally your job, because you're in the public eye. But that's not what we're here for. That's not what we're gathered here for. DDG is continuing to talk about his relationship with Halle and the relationship with his son. And I think it presents an opportunity for us to really have a conversation about this, because this is culture and community, girl, because baby daddies and baby mamas is every day, every day, every day. To really kind of get into just the nuances of what it's like to have a healthy co-parenting relationship with two young people who you know, now have a child. So before I hop into my commentary, I would like for you all to, you know, hit the like button. Go ahead and hit the like button and let YouTube know that, you know, she's doing her big one, and I appreciate you so much. And we can get into it. And if you're feeling really kind of like, you know, I'm really with it, go ahead and but follow me on TikTok. Okay, go ahead and follow me on TikTok and Facebook. So I'll probably leave my social media links in the description box, because sometimes I upload videos on Facebook and maybe not YouTube, because Facebook is a little bit different. So we all know that Halle and DDG were together for some time, and they have their very young son Halo, who I think just turned 1. Halle, who is 24 years old, is seen as, like, you know, Disney's Black princess, and she has a very curated, sweet girl, bubblegum presence about her, ethereal, some will say. She has a really curated presence about her, because she's been in the spotlight since a very young age, her and her sister Chloe. She gives to me someone who really cares about their public image, and I think is maybe not, I know that maybe some of what she does is a persona, you know, to a degree. Everybody has a persona, even if it's just at work, and especially if you do something in a creative space, in a Hollywood era even, you know. So we know that Halle is who she is, princess, blah, blah, blah. And we have her who dated DDG. He's this YouTuber rapper. He's 27 years old. So these are still, I want to say, relatively young people. Now, nobody was really here for their relationship. DDG has done things over the course of their relationship that was just really questionable. But as of lately, they've been going back and forth on social media about their son. The first controversy happened when DDG had her son on Kai Cenat's live stream. She was really pissed off. She took to social media to say, I don't want my son over there. I didn't know he was going to be there. And you can tell that there was trouble in paradise to begin with. But no relationship is perfect, especially a co-parenting relationship, especially in the public eye. So that's to be expected. Now, as of recently, DDG went onto social media to say that, you know, he hasn't seen his son, and Halle is doing this intentionally. And I wanted to say something then, because, you know, I feel like as a mother, and also a woman who has lived, I can kind of speak to the effects of women not, you know, withholding their children.
I'm so petty.
Thank you.
Are you?
Girl, I lost my train of thought. These kids. Yeah, these kids is what I'm saying. I can speak to the whole kid thing, but I waited. And of course, more has come out since then. So I can get into the first video that he released, and he was actually live on Twitch, which is the platform that he gets paid to do for. So he was, I guess, just sharing, you know, his frustrations with Halle and her being able to decide when and how he can see the son, and he was pissed off about it. So let's get into what he has to say about that.
And not really together. We probably was on and off for a little bit. That's it. But further than that, we has not been together. This is the only thing that can bother me is with my son. Yeah, I don't even bring her name up when I get on live. I get on live, I call her the mother of my child. I call her this and that, nothing but be respectful. I'm not doing that no more. I'm not finna sit here and get bullied behind closed doors over my son and I can't see him. Just not doing it, bro. But now I understand. Like I always said little shit on the internet like, oh, I don't see how dads can't be in they son life and this and that. It be the mom, bro. It don't even be the dads for real. Like the dads want to be there, but if the mom ain't don't want you to be there, you can't be there. Like, we been like throw like little subliminals or some shit like that, but it's like, bro, like I don't want to get on the internet because at the end of the day, you know, this is something that can really like fuck with him. But I'm really just coming on this motherfucker as just a dad that really don't know what to do at this point. I've been dealing with this shit since he's been born, damn near. It's like I really feel like I'm a fucking nanny at this point. The nanny has been able to have my son more than me. Who her nigga is, who she filming movies with, I don't give a I care about my son. That's all I care about. Literally, that's all I care about. And when that's taken from me, she know that's the only way I get frustrated. That's the only way she can get under my skin because I don't care what she does. We haven't been together. This might be a curveball to a lot of people, but me and her has not been together for a long time. A long time. Before that, I like throw like little subliminal every single day or every other day. I'm trying to see him. I'm trying to get him to come over or whatever. I never get him dropped off. I always go pick him up. I live far as shit. So I'm driving hours to go get him, and then I get there and I can't get him. Or I can't see him. My son is sick right now. I want to see my son. I want to hold my son. I want to, you know what I'm saying? I just want to comfort him. I want to put him in the shower, get some steam in his nose so he can feel better. I don't get the chance to do that. I get pinned against the wall, and then everything else is variables on why I can't see my son. You feel me? Like it don't have nothing to do with me working, by the way. I'm not going to air out her business, but me and her has not been together for a long time.
Now, a few things came up with that stood out to me. The first thing he talked about was the relationship, right? Like, I don't care nothing about the relationship, this, that, and the third, blase. And it's like, why is he mentioning the relationship? And he's like, oh, she's doing this to try to hurt me. And so there's a lot of like victim mindset and rhetoric in this whole thing. You're hurting me, you're da-da-da-da. You know, she's trying to get at my son. And so apparently they have someone who coordinates their times to get the child and communication, since they don't communicate to one another, which lets you know that it was really, really, really toxic at one point. And so they're trying to avoid any sort of interaction. So they have a family member who's going back and forth with them to coordinate the times that they can be together or get the kids a parent. And then he also mentions that they live really far from one another. He did say something about not like, you know, they weren't together for a long time, way before the statement had came out, which is like, well, if you're not trying to hurt her, air all of her business, why even mention that? And this is, she's trying to hurt me, so this is his little dig at trying to hurt her and kind of give us more insight into her world, who Halle is relatively private. And I think that they're doing this whole tit for tat thing. I'm fully, you know, aware that, you know, he wants to be with his kid if they're sick, but this is something that they should be able to talk about in planning their co-parenting relationship, what it's actually going to look like. He claims to live really, really far from her. And so what happens in the event that the kid is sick? Should the father then have access to her living quarters and be there to help console the son if he's sick on her time? And should she travel down and be like, okay, well, the son is sick, so you get him or I don't, or because he's with me full time or whatever? And I think that him saying like it's because of the moms, why the dads don't be around, that's not true, DDG, because you have all of the help and the resources in the world, and especially in comparison to most people, especially compared to most average black men. You have lawyers, resources, mediators, therapists, counselors, all types of things. There's no reason why you're sitting up on Twitch, reading the chat, chat, okay, listen, explaining what's going on with you and your BM. Girl, call a therapist. Call a family counselor. Okay? And that's the difference too. Like, he's been a sole provider for his family for so long. Halle, I'm sure, is the breadwinner of her family. So we're all the adults sitting around watching this all play out and unfold in real time. Why is nobody taking this young couple and sitting them down and being like, y'all, this is what it should look like, and blase, blase? Because let me tell y'all something really quickly. Motherfuckers who have less money, less access, less resources, parents still should be sitting down to kids who are now having children and helping them illustrate, or helping them navigate, I should say, what a co-parenting relationship should look like, what the responsibilities should look like, and what the expectations should be. A lot of times when, the mom and the dad start going back and forth, the grandparents deciding with the kids and this, that, and the third. But you got to remember that the kid suffers at the end of the day. And Halo, although still one, when he's 3 and 4, will understand that there's a difference and there's a disconnect. And that disconnect between mommy and daddy, or grandmom over here and grandmom over here, the children will be able to feel that. And that can, not always, but can create a sense of instability or a void even for that child. And it's so unfortunate. Now, since then, he's gone off to, I guess, release some music. Okay, the name of the song is Don't Take My Son. Girl, let's hop into this really quickly because it won't be too long or too much.
Don't take my son, cause he all I got. I'm just having fun. I don't love these stocks.
Okay. So as he's rapping, he's also still on Twitch, and I guess the name of the song is called Don't Take My Son. And even in the song, he is still mentioning the relationship. He is still mentioning the relationship, and what people have to realize, and if you wherever you're at under the sound of my voice, the relationship that you have with whoever you have a child with is different. It's a different piece of relationship when we're talking about co-parenting. That's completely different. The relationship that you had when you were romantically involved, okay, should not have weight or bearing on the co-parenting relationship. Those are two different branches. It's almost like two different branches of government. Now, we're all human here. Of course, you're going to have some feelings about, oh, well, if a person was abusive and toxic, that's completely different. I'm not talking about that, sister. I'm talking about, if you have a relationship and it goes left, he cheated on you, whatever the case, or she cheated on you, whatever the case, wherever you fall on the spectrum. Your now new co-parenting relationship has nothing to do with what happened in the romantic one. And I know that that's hard to kind of just differentiate, especially when the baby is new, the relationship ending is new, and there's so much, and you have a public eye and under scrutiny. It's like, yeah, whatever. But it's just the truth of the matter. And now that this kid is here, girl, you just got to deal with what you got. Okay, give me what you got for a pork chop. And, I think that Halle, I know she got the money in the funds, girl. Why are you not sitting up here, figuring things out in a court order, a week here and a week here, and however y'all want to do it? Why are y'all airing y'all stuff out on Twitch and YouTube and not in the courtroom? And he mentions like, oh, I don't want to do that because I don't want to drag her business to air her stuff out. It's ways for people to do it. People go off and get married and have secret surgeries and BBLs and everything like this. You mean to tell me y'all can't figure out a court order, a function, or something legal so that way you have designated times or she has designated time? Because obviously y'all have the arrangement outside of the court. It's already not working. So what you do as the father, who is the mom, is keeping you away, DDG, instead of you going up onto Twitch, going to the studio, dropping some beats. You figure out what you need to do to have legal visitation, so that way you can avoid any hoopla, discretion, or whatever with the mama. As simple as that. Simple as that. I don't know why men love to be like, oh, well, the mom is making it difficult and this, that, and the third. Okay, not to say that Halle is, because I don't know what's going on with her. I don't know what's going on with her. But there's ways around it. Y'all don't want to do the extra footwork? It's too much. It's easy to just go on Facebook Live and start saying your baby mommy and shit. It's easier to go on Twitch and make a song and, capitalize and make some money off of it. And here's the thing. He's been a streamer before Halle. This is how he makes his money. So people are like, oh, he's capitalizing off of this, that, and the third. That's what they do, girl. It's like New Housewives of Atlanta. Like, that's their storyline. This is how they're getting paid. So this is what we expect of him. I mean, it is what it is. Halle knew that when she got with him. Are we expecting him to now not do what he did to amass his money? Do I agree? No. That's not what I'm saying. Do I agree? No. Am I surprised? No. What we talking about? So Halle takes the snap and she lets it be known, hi guys, it's me, Halle, and we have RSV, and I'm saving my energy for this, that, and the third, which is very serious and it can be deadly, scary. When she said RSV, I was like, oh my God. That's serious, girl. I told y'all, me and my babies were laid up in here with the flu a couple weeks ago, bitch. I thought, girl, take me to the king. Okay, I'm looking at the life insurance policies and shit like, let's make sure all my affairs in order, okay? Because who won't get these kids? So it's a real scary thing. And I feel like so many times a lot of young people struggle with the end of a breakup, a public breakup on top of that. And I keep saying public because we're talking about celebrities, but for real, I'm here for the regular people, the everyday people. We out here navigating real life. You know, it's just that their situation is more elevated, so it gives an opportunity for us to talk about it. It's hard to end a relationship, and it's even harder to end a relationship that involves children, and now you're trying to figure it out. And this is where I call the elders of the community. This is when I call the elders of the community who has done a little bit of work, but half the time y'all be ghetto and terrible and righteous as fuck, which is why the kids is carrying on Instagram and Twitch. You know, so I just feel like if you are an elder here and you know that, you know, your daughter, your auntie, your niece, or somebody is having a baby, we be needing community from the elders in leadership, and not just the toxic and you had a baby daddy and you taking it out and this and the third. I'm talking about so we can break the generational curses. If you don't have that type of support, girl, do what's best and have something in place legally so you can avoid any type of miscommunication, any type of issue, and talk for real. I can see why Halle don't want to talk to him. She feel like, girl, anytime I'm talking to you, you over on YouTube and Twitch and falling out and doing all this. So I can see how she like, girl, I don't got no time for it. I'm already here with my kid. I'm a full-time parent, the primary parent. And that's why they say it's the moms. Oh, it's always the moms. It be the moms because we the ones that's doing everything. We the ones here Monday through Sunday, every single day on repeat. And you pop in and pop out when you can, you know. But I don't think that DDG is one of those kind of parents. I think that he loves his son and he wants to be there. And more than just that, I think he shows it by his actions. And he's shown that he's an active parent, you know. And not just an Instagram parent. You can tell and look that he loves his son. If you've been following for a while, you know that he always wanted a kid. So here we are, and it's a shame to you know, see this is where it's headed. So let's get into some of the comments, okay? Is someone says, seems like he doesn't want to get certain days where he's required to watch Halo. He just wants to come pick him up whenever and drop him off whenever. And that is not how it goes when y'all are no longer together, okay? That's just not feasible. It's not true. He uses Halle and his son for clout. Girl, we been knew that. He been doing this for a while. This is his MO. That's how he get his funds and his funding. Not his funding, but that's just what it is. Someone says he doesn't want to go to court because he has no case. Have your son on that live stream every week for like 3 days a week. Everybody sees that. She uses that Beyonce silence well. Okay, because she don't do nothing. She don't come on and say nothing about nothing. I think that it's just unfortunate, and I want us and, you know, everyday people to kind of get it in order so these kids don't suffer. But DDG has been who he is since the beginning. She knew that, and now here is the outcome of it. Hopefully they do something where she might even send us as a cease and desist. Who knows? I can foresee this being really ugly if he doesn't stop with the shenanigans. And, you know, if they're not picking and choosing schedules this and the third, they need to kind of figure it out and quick. All right, let me know what you think. I know most of us are probably going to side with Halle. I don't know if I'm going either way. I'm gonna just say neutral until more comes out, but I want to know what you think. Let me know what you think. Drop down in the comments. You team Halle or team DDG with this? And if you have any personal experiences or words of wisdom, drop it down in the comments, because you never know who might need it, who might read it, and it can make their life a little bit easier. So as always, I'm sending you much love and much light, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.